Hey guys, on April's update, I'm gonna dive into some of the big articles that we've seen out there and answer why we're seeing so much appreciation in San Diego when we're the #1 appreciating market in all of the nation. Here we go. So guys, before I jump into the article of why we are the #1 fastest appreciating market in the nation for 2 months in a row, I want to give everybody a breakdown of where we are today. So in the last 30 days, we've only seen 1,523 new homes come on the market. It's simply not enough. I sound like a broken record. I talk about this every month, but bottom line is we're not seeing enough inventory come on the market, and that shows when we have 1,970 homes actually sell and close escrow, and over 1,764 go pending. So once again, we're seeing more demand than we actually have inventory to fulfill. So now I can jump into the article, and San Diego Union Tribune states that we are 2 months in a row the fastest growing or fastest appreciating market in the nation. Well, sure enough, that is why, because we just don't have enough inventory. Now, if you guys remember, I talked about this last month, and I said we were at a pivotal point, whether the market will start to appreciate or the market would kind of stay slow and there'd be very minimal transactions, but prices would relatively stay the same. All right guys, so I want to talk about this graph right here. This is really going to show us the reason why I thought we were at a pivotal point and kind of the direction that we're heading, and why I think our market has made up its mind of which direction we're heading, and that's most likely towards an appreciating market. Well, if you look at this graph right here, we saw, this is over the last 12 months, we saw listings just barely outpace sales. What I mean by that is we saw an average of probably under 1,500 homes come on the market in the last year, every single month, and almost the equivalent amount actually sell. So we're not seeing any inventory build up because what's coming on the market is either selling or eventually getting pulled from the market because it didn't sell. So we're not seeing any inventory levels increase. And sure enough, through the holidays, which is very typical through the holidays, is we saw less inventory come on the market, probably less than normal. So we came into this year with some positive notes about the economy. We came into this year with some positive remarks from the Fed about interest rates. So we're seeing buyers really jump back into the market, and bottom line is we're not seeing the inventory. We saw a little bit of it start to come late January and February, saw a little bit of spike as you can see here. However, then we saw things kind of flatten. And while things are flattening with inventory, we're seeing more buyers enter the market. So that's telling us that we're gonna have some competition. And what we've seen lately with our buyer clients is those properties that are priced well, that show well, they're in good neighborhoods, they're getting multiple offers. We've seen 9 offers on a recent property going after, 7 offers on another one, going slightly over asking price, not significant amounts, but still going over asking price. So that tells us, we have hit that pivotal moment in our market. We're most likely gonna see houses continue to appreciate. Now guys, I never wanna just be going off my gut and telling you guys my feelings of the market. I always wanna be looking at the stats. And sure enough, if you look at this graph right here, it shows over the last 3 years what prices have done. And sure enough, it shows that San Diego County has appreciated 12.7% year over year. And the graph is showing us that we're starting to see this incline. Remember, I talked about that pivotal moment in our market, and sure enough, we've crossed that and we're starting to see things appreciate. Now, I will say, we most likely will see the market appreciate over these next 3 months when we go May, June, and July. And it's very seasonal to see some of the biggest sales happen in those months. And then we should see after July, things kind of flatten out price-wise. Still a lot of transactions, a lot of people moving over summer. However, we'll see prices somewhat stagnate or become more consistent for the remainder of the year. All right guys, so what does all of this mean? Really to my clients out there, my buyers and my sellers, really this means 2 things. If you're a buyer out there You're in a window here either before we get into this high selling season where we're probably going to see values continue to increase. You have a little window here to try to jump into the market before that. If you are a seller out there, I would start preparing your home now, knowing that if your property shows extremely well and it's priced at fair market value, it's going to sell. It's probably going to get a lot of demand and maybe even be able to bump that price up as long as you have it on the market here come May, June, or early July. As soon as we get past that, we typically see the market get a little slower for appreciation. We'll see it get a little more, predictable when it comes to prices. So guys, if you guys have any questions, you guys know I love this stuff. Please reach out to myself or anybody here on the True Local team. All right, take care.